guys! So today's video is going to be about how to find the right Urban Decay Naked palette for you. Because I know a lot of people can't afford to buy all 4 palettes, or you don't want 4 palettes because you're never going to use that many eyeshadows. So I'm going to go into all 4 of the palettes and how I feel about them and how you should choose them. And also don't forget to stay till the end of this video because I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I am giving away an Urban Decay Shattered Face Case. So I'm really excited about that. So make sure you read the description box below to enter, as well as wait till the end of the video. I'm going to go in the order of how Urban Decay released their palettes. I actually just got this one a few weeks ago, and this is the original Naked palette that Urban Decay came out with. This is definitely a different packaging that they used. It's kind of a velvety packaging. It's got a smaller mirror as well compared to the other Naked 2 and 3 palettes, and it's a cardboard kind of a encasing. It also comes with slightly a different brush. It's a one-sided brush and it's a flat eyeshadow brush. So as you can see, I feel like the packaging is a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't negate how great of a palette this is. The mirror is again definitely smaller and the brush is only one-sided. So starting off, you've got a lot of cooler tones to this palette because you've got the traditional highlight color, and this is definitely a vanilla color, and it's a slightly shimmery vanilla color, but it's not super shimmery, so it's still very, very wearable, and I love using this on my brow bone. I really like this color Sin. It's a pale pink, and it can be kind of hard to wear, but I like using it on the inner corners of my eyes because it's less dramatic than the color Virgin. And then you've got a lot of neutral tones, and these are definitely warmer neutral tones. It goes back and forth between a matte color, a shimmer color, a matte color, 3, and then the rest of them are shimmer colors. So I really like this palette because if you want something that's a little bit warmer with a mix of cool tones, this has a really good combination of warm and cool tones to add to your eyeshadow collection. If you don't have a lot of eyeshadows, you can definitely play with this kit very well. You have a lot of color combinations, and my only thing would be you might have to get a dark black matte shadow because this definitely has some shimmer. This is a great palette with a combination of warm and cool tones, and I love that it has more matte colors than some of the other Naked palettes. Then going into the Naked 2 palette, this is when their packaging gets a lot better. It's aluminum. It is definitely way more sturdy and it's sleek. When you open it up, the mirror is very, very large. It can fit both your eyes, so you can make sure your makeup is going on evenly. And it comes with the double-ended brush, which I still don't really need or use, but it's nice to have for emergencies. Now this palette is definitely more of a warmer tone, but again, it still has some cooler tones to go with it. It has a lot more shimmers, and this was the first Naked palette I actually purchased. I wear this palette a lot. This is by far one of my most go-to palettes. Again, you start from the highlight shades and then very light shades all the way to the dark shades. This palette is really great because it has that dark, because it has that dark matte color that I'm always looking for in a everything kind of eye palette. So you can use this as a liner, you can use this as a dark black smoky look, very dramatic. If you've seen some of my tutorials, I tend to wear very neutral, natural, wearable looks, but when I want to go dramatic, I want to have that option, and one of my go-to things is having a dark matte color. So this black is awesome. It makes a great liner as well, and if you wet your brush, you can do a cat line really easily. Then I love these cooler shimmery tones because again, these would work really well for smoky eyes, and then I love using these for natural everyday eye looks. It does a good combination of a couple matte tones, but again, they don't focus very much on the matte colors in this collection. I think this is a better palette than the Naked One just because I wear these colors more personally, and this is a great palette if you are more of a neutral, everyday kind of gal like I am. You can still dress it up because they provide these darker shades for you and shimmery shades, but this is definitely more of an everyday, easy to mix, foolproof palette. Naked Basics is by far one of my favorite palettes from Urban Decay. This is kind of like, it's definitely a sturdy case, but it's not metal, I don't think. It's got like a rubbery kind of texture to the case, but it's very compact. It is the size of my cell phone. It is actually smaller. Let me compare it. So here's my iPhone 5, and this is actually smaller than my iPhone 5. It's a little bit thicker than it, but it's very, very compact. This is great to travel with, and I love, love, love this palette. If you don't know what to get and you're starting out in makeup, or you just need an everyday palette for your eyes, this is the one to purchase. It has a very large mirror. The whole top half of the case is a mirror, and it is all neutral tones. I love this. It's so wearable. You really can get that naked eye look, that everyday natural look with this palette. It's got 3 highlight shades. It's got a medium matte color, a darker brown matte, and then a black. These really cannot go wrong. This is such a great combination of matte colors. It is so important to have really, really good matte colors, especially in these 3 tones that I find is missing in the other Naked palettes. Would this be anything like creative or fun? No, but this is definitely a palette for the everyday makeup, for the girl on the go, for someone who travels and just needs something for work, school. Just a natural gal will love this palette. A beginner gal will love this palette because you really learn how to highlight, shade. You really can't go wrong with this basics palette. Then going into Urban Decay's newest Naked palette, the Naked 3, I just did an incredibly in-depth review on the Naked 3 palette, which I will link somewhere right over here right now. I'm just going to do a quick one right now so that you guys aren't watching this twice. But I love the packaging, and I go into the packaging even more. The packaging is very similar to the Naked 2, all the way down to the double-ended brush. It's definitely more of a warm palette. It doesn't have very many cool tones at all. It has a lot of shimmery tones and a couple matte tones to help you create a full eye look, but I feel like it is missing a darker eye matte tone. This is a great palette for somebody who is a little more advanced or who loves natural colors and natural looks but wants to spice it up a little bit. So even though it's a very natural wearable look, it has a lot of shimmer to it. It has a lot of pinks and rose colors to it. Interested in more of a review on that, make sure you check out my last video. I will have it in the description box below under my last video, as well as I've linked it right here somewhere on the screen. Kay has done a great job by not trying to repeat themselves too often. Now, if you prefer cooler tones, I definitely think you should go for the Naked 1 palette. If you love rose gold and you already have an everyday eye makeup look that has a lot of matte shadows, then I definitely suggest the rose gold Naked 3 palette because it's full of rose gold. It's lots of pinks. So if you like pinks, rose golds, and shimmer, this is the palette for you. Or kind of a shimmer, matte, neutral, but everyday eye makeup look gal, but you want something more than just a basics palette, the Naked 2 is for you. I use this a lot. This is kind of my go-to palette when I am not trying out new things. I really love this palette. This is really my go-to palette for everyday looks, but also being able to play around with things. And I use this palette a lot for when I'm traveling because it has everything I need, and sometimes I'll use this and then I'll just bring my basics palette too. If you're just looking for something that is going to get the job done and is for your everyday look, and you want a neutral everyday look, nothing, no fuss, no muss, this is going to be the palette for you. If you're just starting out in makeup, again, this is the palette for you. And you really can't go wrong with matte shadows. With shimmer, you can over shimmer your eyes sometimes. Now, if you can afford it, I suggest getting the Naked Basics palette and then choosing one of the Naked 1, 2, or 3 palettes, and then you would have a perfect collection. You would really not need much else. for any look you could possibly think of, because you would be able to come up with evening looks, smoky eye looks, neutral looks, everything. Now, a lot of people love the Marc Jacobs Lolita palette. I love it too. I think I was one of the first people on YouTube to buy it, but it is very, very expensive, and I have to admit that the shimmery color on the Marc Jacobs Lolita palette has a lot of fallout. So you really have to be careful when you're applying that color, because it is very, very, very full of fallout. And honestly, for the price, I rather get one of the naked palettes. I love Marc Jacobs. I love their makeup line. Asking my honest opinion, I really think that you would be better served getting one of the naked palettes, and you're definitely getting more for your money. You're getting more eyeshadows for your money, and the shimmer on these shadows aren't going to fall out. There's a little bit of fallout depending what brush you use and how you apply your eyeshadows, but the fallout is significantly less than the Marc Jacobs Lolita palette. So don't forget to leave me a comment if you have any questions, or if you have anything else you want me to do, like an in-depth review, or if you can't pick or something like that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up. It really, really helps me out. And I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas if you're watching this, because I am releasing this video on Christmas. So thank you guys. I love you. It's been an amazing almost full year of YouTube for me, and I couldn't be here without you. You guys have encouraged me and kept my spirits up. I don't think you guys realize how much you've kept my spirits up when I've had a hard day. I know that my viewers are watching my videos and leaving amazing comments, and you guys are just so sweet, and I love you guys so much. And I'm so grateful for you. And I also, because I'm so grateful, I have a medium giveaway for my channel. It's the Urban Decay face case. And if you haven't seen my huge holiday gift guide and giveaway video, I explain all about this little baby here. So I got an extra one because I was saving it for this, and it's kind of like a bonus Merry Christmas gift. So it's the Shattered Face Case. It comes with 5 liners, an eyeliner, a lip liner, or a lip pencil, and 2 blushes and a highlighter. And it's got a really large mirror. So this is great to try out. In order to be qualified to enter for this giveaway, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because this is for my subscribers, for supporting me, for supporting my channel. It is a thank you. I am sorry I can't buy something for all of my subscribers. I love you guys all, and the reason I do so many giveaways is because you have truly, truly touched me, and I am so grateful for you. I'm sorry I can't make everybody a winner. I really wish I could. Maybe one day I'll be able to somehow do way more giveaways or larger giveaways, but I can't right now. This is all I can afford, and shipping is really, really expensive. So I do as many as I can possibly right now while still feeding me and running my channel. So that being said, all of the details on how to enter my giveaway will be below in the description box. Make sure, please make sure you read it carefully, because if you don't follow all the rules, I can't let you win. So sometimes I'll pick a winner, but they didn't follow all the rules, and they become disqualified. So all of the details will be below, because this video is probably going to end up being very long. And I love you guys. Have a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. If you don't, have a Happy New Year to everybody. Please make sure you stay tuned for all of my upcoming channels. I have some really exciting things coming up that I've been working really hard on. And this will actually be going live while I'm driving home. So leave me some comments or tweet me, because I'll be bored out of my mind driving home in traffic from Las Vegas. So please tweet me, Instagram me, tag me and stuff. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!